Hi guys, and welcome back to my channel. My name is Cathy of Cathy's Cash and Coin. I'm a single mom with 3 daughters. Although my oldest is now married and out of the house, my middle daughter is a college student who just finished up her 3rd year away at school. And then I have my youngest that lives here with me in our home. Thank you so much for stopping by and checking out this video. This video I have promised now since I've been back on YouTube to put out there for everyone to see how much debt I accrued. Obviously it's not all accrued in the last year, but mostly it's the credit cards that racked up pretty high, and I'm gonna get into all of it, all of my debts. I sat down and I figured out the best that I could, how much is owed to who, and what the interest rates are, and I will get into it more in detail. I'm gonna start off by saying that I am putting myself out there to show you my debt. So I am all for constructive criticism. Anybody that has any suggestions, I will definitely listen to them. It doesn't mean I'm going to always follow suggestions because we all do what we feel is right with our own money. But any negative comments at all, I will probably just delete if I see them. Just giving you a heads up because I have had some negative comments in my budget video, and I'm not here for that. You know, I'm just trying to do the right thing and pay off my debts. I don't believe in not paying your debts. It is very important to pay your debts. That's, you know, that's what we do. When we get into debt, our job is to then pay it off any way we can. So we're going to go ahead and get started. But before I get started, I have one more thing to say. Cassie J, I am Cassie J Budgets and Vlogs. Oh my gosh, Cassie, I'm messing up your name. Is also doing her debt update video today. We are going to put together a little giveaway, and more details will come out in the future. Cassie is putting together a fun game, so probably when I do my budget and I have to put money to debt anyway, I will pull one of the cards. It's going to be more of an informational game, but we are going to also give one of those away. Cassie is also, I think, giving a gift card away in her giveaway. I can't do that right now, but as more YouTube income comes in, I do plan to do a little giveaway, just to thank all of you for your support, because I wouldn't be getting that YouTube income without you guys watching, so which is going to help my debt as well. All right, so we're going to get into this. We're already a couple minutes in, and I am just jabbering on. So I listed them lowest to highest, and I also kind of color coded them. So the purple will be anything that is not credit card related, not consumer debt, and then the green will be all of my consumer debt. I hope that makes sense. I was trying to make it as easy as possible. So we are going to start with medical, and I will zoom in. Hopefully you guys can see this. So medical, this is for me. I have a $287 bill at my doctor's office. It's 0% interest, and I do pay at least $10 towards that every time I go. So I have a $25 copay, and then I pay a little bit towards it, and then they won't send me to collections. They're very easygoing about it. Sometimes if I can only do $5 extra, they'll take what I can give. I've gotten it down to 0 before, but I've been going to the doctor pretty regularly lately and having my blood drawn, and we're trying to get some things in order as far as my blood work. So this $287, that is my lowest debt. All right, so we are going to move on. We have another medical debt, and this is for Autumn's physical therapy. It's $585. Again, 0%. My goal is to pay at least $25 a month. I need to start doing that. I talked to them about it, and they said, yes, just pay what you can every month. Just make some kind of payment, and they will pretty much leave me alone. So that is my plan. I haven't started doing that yet, but I need to. Along with that, something I forgot to add on here is I do owe $200 to the orthodontist for a procedure that was not covered. I'm probably going to have to just go ahead and take $200 of the debt money I have saved up and pay this, because my plan was to take $25 a paycheck and pay $50 a month. That's what I agreed to with them. But this last paycheck, I didn't even put the $25 aside because I completely forgot about it. So I will probably take $200 straight from the debt and just pay this off. I know it's a 0% and, you know, they're not coming after me for it or anything, but I just cannot afford anything extra in my weekly or bi-weekly budget. So I decided probably that's what I'm going to do. All right, we are moving on to my TSP loan. I have a loan out with my TSP. TSP is the thrift savings plan. It is the retirement plan that government employees use. So I still owe $1,179.55 on that. It is at a 4.25% interest, and it comes straight out of my paycheck, $71 every single paycheck. If I could, I would totally, you'll see some of these high interest, move that into this to get the 4.25, but I cannot. Even once I pay this off, you can't take another TSP loan for 6 months, and it's never a good idea to take a TSP loan anyway, because it really, that money should be growing in my TSP, and instead it is still owed back to my TSP, so I've lost all the growth on it and the compound interest that grows. So TSP loans are never a good idea. Probably time to get it paid off. I'm pretty close, but it's gonna be a few more months. But every paycheck, $71 of my paycheck directly goes in there before I have my take-home pay. Okay, now we are moving into the credit cards. All right, so I have a Kohl's card. It has $2,199.65 on it at 30.24% interest. So that is absolutely ridiculous. I know it is. The minimum payment on that is about $82 or $83 a month right now. I am really trying to pay extra every time I can, but when you see these other ones, you'll see why it's hard for me to do that. All right, so then we're moving on to my Synchrony Home Design. This was for my security system. This I still owe $2,990. It's a 0% interest until 2027. I did call them to see if I can move some of these other amounts into this, and they wouldn't allow it because it's a home design. It's not a regular credit card. It's not like I can go and swipe it. Anyway, I wish I could, because 0% for just under 2 more years, I need to make sure I pay it off before 2027, or I'm going to probably see this kind of interest rate. All right, we are moving on to my Quicksilver card. This has $6,142.78 on it. It is at a 9.99% interest just through December. And it's a $125 monthly payment just through December. I was able to work out with Quicksilver or Capital One. This is a Capital One card. Kohl's is now Capital One, and I have one more Capital One we'll get to, but Quicksilver, so I was able to get a hardship payment plan with them, because this interest was up there in the high 20s or maybe even 30% as well. So I'm paying $125 a month through December at 9.99% interest. That is helping a lot, because I could barely manage covering the interest when I was making my minimum payment prior to doing this with them. Now this one is the one my venture one. It's got $8,506.16 on it, and it's at a 28.99% interest. Now when I called about the Quicksilver, I also asked about venture one. The best they were able to do for me was give me a $100 a month payment through June. But it's still at 28.99%. So this $100 is not really doing much for me. So I will talk about what my plan is and what my goal, my plan will be, whether it's the debt snowball or the avalanche, as soon as we get through all these numbers. All right, now we're moving on to the fun, more purple. I think that's it for the green though. All right, so I do have a student loan. It has $16,948.24. It's at 4.6%, and the monthly payment is $212.38. So obviously that is one of the higher ones, but a lower interest. So we will just move on from there. Now then I have my mortgage. I'm sorry, it got kind of blurry. I hope you can see this. Hopefully I'm zoomed in enough. My mortgage, I owe $258,408.21. I have an interest rate of 4.75%. This payment that I'm making every month is still mostly just interest, but this also includes mortgage insurance. So I'm hoping very soon I'll be able to take the mortgage insurance off. That's, I think, about $70 of my monthly payment for my mortgage. So that would help a little bit. Obviously, I want to get all this other stuff paid off prior to knocking down this mortgage. My ultimate goal is to be 100% debt-free by the time I retire. I can retire in 12 years. So if I can get this all paid off in 12 years, including my mortgage, I will be so happy. All right, oh, that's it. Obviously, the mortgage is the biggest one. All right, so the total for the purple, which is my medical debt, my TSP loan, student loan, and the mortgage, is $277,408. And the total for the credit cards, the consumer debt, is $19,838.59. So the major total, $297,246.59. That is enormous. And like I said, I didn't even add the 200 in there. So my plan, my ultimate plan, now that I only have one more payment through June, for at this 28.99% on my highest card, let's see how much we have. So I have two envelopes. I have my debt envelope and the Scramble game that I plan to put towards debt. Scramble will have one more game. That video should be posted tomorrow, Sunday, June 1st. So we'll use whatever is in here and there tomorrow. So we have, in the debt envelope, we have 100, 200, 250, 270, 290, 310, 330, 350, 370, 390, 410, 430, 440, 450, 460, 470, 475. Is that right? Yes, we have 475. I just want to put this on the calculator. 475 plus Scramble. I have a $4 IOU, so I will take care of that tomorrow. 4 plus, oh man, 20, 40, 60, 81, 20, 40, 60, 82, 20, 40, 60, 83, 20, 40, 60, 360, plus 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28, 29, 30, 31, 32, 33, 34, 35. Wow. I have $899. Is that right? I'll count it again another time, but it's so around $900. Oh my gosh. So we have Scramble, one more game of Scramble. So we'll probably have around $950. We're going to have, so we'll say we'll have $950. We're going to take $200 away to $950 minus 200. So we're going to have $750. I was really hoping to have like $1,000 to go straight to, my big credit card, at least to have, I guess, a bargaining chip with them. If I call them and say, hey, if I pay $1,000 of it, maybe if I can pay the 506, get it under 8,000. I would really like, if I could do a lower interest for a few months. If not, this will be the card I will be focused on. Kohl's is high too, but it is bearable, at least the monthly payment. The interest alone is like $160 a month. So it is not as bearable as that. I hope that makes sense. So my plan is to call Venture One back after I make this last payment in June for the $100 and try and get the hardship payment plan with them, at least, get the interest down for, even if it's through December. Again, with that, I'll be able to make more progress, and I will definitely be starting with Venture One. Kohl's, I'll probably pay the minimum plus the interest. Synchrony, obviously no interest, so just pay the minimum, which is, I think it's $125 a month. Quicksilver is going to be $125 a month. Student loan is $212 a month. So you can see where the majority of my money is going to all of this debt. So again, my plan is to hopefully work with Venture One. Whether or not they work with me, I will be focused on these 4 more than anything to be able to get out of the credit card debt I'm in. From there, by the end of the year, I plan to have the TSP loan paid off, and then we could start knocking out the student loan, move on to the mortgage. These should be knocked out by then as well. This medical debt for me tends to always just reappear. I guess I have a co-insurance. The lady was kind of explaining it to me. So depending on what procedure I get or what blood work they do, there's sometimes a co-insurance, which is why this bill, every time I get it down to zero, it pops back up to a couple $100. But I just have to pay a little bit every time I'm there. But yeah, so if you look, 212 plus 100, what is my monthly payments? 212, we'll say 213, because that's what I usually send. 213 plus 100 plus 125 plus, I'm pretty sure Synchrony is 125 plus, so we'll say Kohl's is 100. It's not really 100. That's $663 every month just for the 4 credit cards and the student loan. That doesn't include the $71 a paycheck, so that's $71 twice a month. That's $805 of my money that I work very hard for going every single month to debt, and that is ridiculous. So $805 could be into my sinking funds or going towards the student loan was included in that, going towards my mortgage or to other things for me and my family. So I have a lot of work to do on this, and I am ready for it. And we did really good. This is April and May savings for both the debt envelope and Scramble. I will not be able to do this every month. This is 2 months worth of saving for debt and Scramble, not just May. So obviously I won't be able to save as much, but I have many other savings challenges that are being saved for debt. The goal is to pay for everything in cash, vacation in cash. We did that last year. Last year was just a rough year. It started off early in the year where I had $1,700 in car repairs, and then about a month and a half later, my car completely died. So I did get a used car. My parents helped me purchase one for cash. Let's see, I had to pay a plumber twice. I had to have a tree removed. I had to have my front stoop lifted. What else happened? Oh, Autumn's braces. I paid cash for those, with the exception of this $200 that I owe for a procedure that wasn't covered. I paid cash for those. So that is the way to do it. But then after that, that was like all my savings. I will say this: if you are looking into buying a home, save an emergency fund 10 times what you think you need, because last year was rough. I'll just say that. All right, so I think that's it, guys. I do have in August a magic month, which means I get a 3rd paycheck, and I should be getting my back pay from the raises that were a couple years delayed from the post office. So that might make a big dent on one of these, but that's it. Again, don't forget to check out Cassie J. I will have her channel link below, and we will have more details coming out about the game she is creating for us to it's going to be more of an informational and a question kind of game, and maybe more educational about interest, about all the things. So that is it. Thank you so much for being here. Thank you for watching. I appreciate you guys all very, very much. I will see you guys tomorrow in my savings challenge video. God willing, I get that done as well. You guys take care. Have a blessed day.